Welcome to the Cine detective channel. This movie plot follows a divorced professor, who begins an intense affair with a younger married man. The movie tells a story of Helene, 40 years old, literature professor and divorced mother, lives in the Paris suburbs with her son, Paul. She begins a passionate affair with Alexandra, a younger, married, mildly thuggish employee at the Russian embassy in France, discover a strong physical connection almost immediately. The two regularly meet for afternoon trysts at her house. Alexandra, who is usually cold and evasive, only visits Helene when it suits him and instructs her to never contact him, especially when he is with his wife. She often finds herself waiting to hear from him, and over time, she becomes increasingly obsessed with him. Alexandra occasionally shares personal details about himself with Helene. In a subsequent encounter, Helene professes her love for Alexandra during intercourse, though he does not respond. When Alexandra tells Helene he will be away for a few weeks with his wife, she begs him to stay, but her behavior annoys him and he leaves. Following a conversation with her friend Anita, who reprimanded Helene for being too submissive to Alexandra, Helene refuses to let him in during his next visit, but she is unable to resist him and the two make out. While on a trip with her son Paul, Helene visits a church alone and she cries after not hearing from Alexandra for a while. Helene decides to contact the embassy and he agreed to meet her in a hotel room the following day. When he fails to show up, she calls his office, but is informed that he has returned to Moscow. She subsequently sinks into depression, to the point of neglecting own son and her work commitments. During a session with her psychiatrist, she confesses about her Moscow trip for a day, in hopes of running into Alexandra 8 months later. She is surprised when Alexandra calls her to inform that he is coming by. In order to be alone with him, she quickly sends Paul to stay at a friend's house for the night. After they have sex, Helene offers to drive Alexandra back to his hotel. En route, she wonders if they will see each other again, presuming that their affair is over. Upon arriving at the hotel, he calls her my love and goes inside. Helene watches as Alexandra disappears from sight, then leaves. It is 2020 erotic drama film directed by Danielle Arbord, adapted from a book by Annie Ernaux, and the title of the film is Simple Passion. Despite the excellent cinematography and neat performances, it's the sex that kept audience engaged. In my opinion, there isn't much content beyond the emotional pull of the lead character's struggles. I feel like there needs to be more outside of the sex to physically and visually express what Helene is experiencing, but, sadly, there isn't enough there. This is all about the movie review. If you like our video, please do like, share and subscribe.